Okay, movie review. Movie review of. Hopefully, you can hear me. Maybe you can. Maybe it's gonna sound kind of muffled and whatnot because I'm trying to be kind of quiet when I say this. Okay, so movie review of. It's an Amazon movie called For Sale. Yeah, it's called For Sale. It's an Amazon movie. And one of those cheap Amazon movies. I don't know what is with Amazon and having just a shit ton of cheaply made movies or so, but it seems to be common on the platform. This has a nice message. This film has a sweet message. You know, the guy is selfish, and he denies it. When people confront him on it, he denies it. That he's selfish and he's a cheater, and he's not being a good person. Like overall, he's not being good. And so, but and towards the end of the film, he makes the ultimate sacrifice. He actually he takes his life. Well, he trades his life to save this father and daughter, because he sells the house, right, that is haunted. And I guess, like, there's a couple of ghosts in the house, and I think that's it, actually. It's only that pair of ghosts, because the other ghost, the one that looks decrepit, it kind of looks like the grandma in that horror game called, it's like a horror game with the grandma, but it's like a Slender Man type-esque game, but yeah, she actually looks creepy. But she possesses the couple, and the couple kill each other, and then she possesses Claire, and Claire kills. Well, he kills Claire by accident, self-defense, sort of, right? But then he does the wrong thing. He doesn't tell the police, but you can understand his reasoning. It sounds bad, the circumstances, and it's paranormal stuff. Some people aren't gonna believe it, but his girlfriend Vanessa, she breaks up with him. She doesn't tell him either. She just found someone new. Because I think it's fair to say probably like some time has allotted, some time has passed. And so when he comes back to the house in that moment, and the noose is there waiting for him, it's like, yeah, you don't have, and actually he had buried Claire's body in the woods. Even I remember in that scene, I remember it now. Yeah, he had buried Claire's body in some forest, some heavily wooded area somewhere. And so he had just got done with that, and he went to then go see, not Vanessa, did I say Vanessa? Allison. That was the wife's, well, not even the wife, the girlfriend's name. And I guess it was like a long-term relationship, because he got kicked out of the house before. Actually, we find that out, that he's been kicked out of the house before. But yeah, he comes back to the home, and it's cool that Claire's the ghost. I like when he finally sells the house to the guy, and he tells him, like, turn your head around, let me see that you're actually living, you're not a ghost. And he feels good, because like the house is out of his hands, it's done, it's over with. And so, what do you call, oh my god, what was I thinking in my head? He looks at the window, and Claire's there, and she points the middle finger at him. I thought that was funny, that whole scene with that. And she was like a medium or something, like, she talks to the dead, you can see dead people. And that he brings her in to, like, get rid of the ghost in the house, because he needs to sell the house, and he can't sell the house, so the house has paranormal activity, right? Because it's just not appealing, right? Obviously. What was I gonna say in my head? Trying to find the house. I like the setting where the home is. Like, it is a rural area. I think towards the back of the house, or maybe towards one of the sides of the house, you can actually see a barn facility in the distance. And then there seems to be like a nice amount of trees and vegetation around the home. And then I guess if we're to presume that shot from the front is the front of the house, then the front of the home, there's just rolling, kind of wide, vast fields and slight rolling hills throughout. Yeah, it's like a nice little setting. I think we're set, like, the house is in Virginia, because when we get a call from, or actually Maryland, or maybe Virginia, because when we get a scene where his boss is calling him, he's got a box for some donut place in Delaware. in Bethany Beach. I think that's what it's called, Bethany Beach. Donut shop type place. And so yeah, we're like somewhere in that region of the country, most likely. We have to be. Um, I didn't bother to take note of license plates in this film. That I think about it, I wish I would have. But what was I thinking? I was gonna say something further. Yeah, I like that Claire. She and so he sells the house, and but he learns. So what makes him go back to the house to like become the hero is he learns that the man Jim that he sold the house to, he has a daughter. And because Jim doesn't mention this at all when he sells the house, and so I guess he's under the impression that he was just a single man um, that was buying the home, but which I guess maybe it's a commentary, kind of like a slight commentary on society that as a man you're more disposable, or if something bad happens to you, well, it's not the end of the world. We're not too concerned. We're like a commentary, not just even a man, but a person that's alone, a lone individual. Yeah. But what was I gonna say? That's a nice story with the film. He like rescues them because the ghost needs. I guess she wants to kill them because she wants more souls in her house. And they might have explained in the film why. I don't remember, but they might explain in the film why the main ghost, right, the leader ghost, or the lead ghost, is why she wants to kill people. And I like at the end of the film that what was it? Oh my god, what was his name? Mason. That was his name. Mason and Claire. They're like a ghost haunting duo, and I guess maybe they're the two head honcho ghosts now. And so they just every day, or like not every day, but whenever people come to the house to like buy it, they do the hauntings right away. They don't waste time, which is cool. And who knows, maybe they'll be on TV one day and a ghost hunting show and a medium, and they can like become famous within their own right or whatnot. Right. I always thought that if I was a ghost, this is what I would do. I would want to show that I exist, I'm real, and get famous. I'm a famous ghost. Yeah. Why hasn't it happened? Who knows? Maybe there's a ghost handbook that you receive, like in Beetlejuice, of rules for the dead. Like you die, they give you this, or some crap like that. Another funny, it's kind of comedic, the film, right? So I got 2 more points to make. I'll like this first one because it's quick. I didn't like the score for the film. I thought it was horrible. It just didn't, the vibe of the music wasn't fitting for me. I felt like a lot of times it was off. And I think this movie being cheaply made, they might have went down the route of copyright-free music. So go figure, huh? And then with, what's it called? The boss is like kind of, well, I don't know. I guess he's not dumb. We're made to maybe think maybe he's a little dumb, or like not dumb but clueless, or like he just ignores the obvious on purpose. And we learn that he does because he's aware that the house is haunted. Because when he made the deal, that he gets to the house, the deed of the house, if you have owned the deed, then you take the hauntings with you. So you don't have to actually live in the house per se. You just have to own the deed legally. Like I guess the deed has to be in your name in order for you to receive the hauntings. I don't know. It's kind of funny. Well, maybe not actually, because, or like the dreams. That's what it was. It was the dream. They'll haunt you in your dreams if you own the deed. But if you live in the house, they haunt you, obviously. But if you get the deed, then they haunt your dreams. I think it was something like that. I like the part when the boss walks up to the bedroom and he sees there's a bunch of candles everywhere. And Mason tells him, oh, it's because like your past, and people remember their past when they smell the candles, and it helps them to like kind of connect to the house more. And his boss, I was thinking, I said this out loud, not out loud, but I said it to myself. That the house, like the candles in the bedroom, maybe that boss would think it's some sort of fetish type sex thing, and sure enough, when he gets to the door, he says to Mason, like, get rid of those sex candles. Get rid of that setup you have up there, because people open that bedroom, they see this everywhere, all over the place. That's the kind of vibe you're getting. That those guys fucking in this house. The realtor's living there, and then he wants to sell me this house. I don't know what happened in it. Ugh. Yeah, For Sale 2024 horror comedy film. Nice message at the end, I guess. And this one it was cheap. It's a crappy movie, but I found this one a little more bearable to go through. And I guess going in with low expectations. That's how you just have to go with the lowest of the low expectations. Thank you for listening.